Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of The Knight's Tale by Griff Hosker, narrated by Marston. Prologue. 1437. Houghton Regis. I am Sir Michael of Weedon, and I am the knight who was made by Sir William Strongstaff, for me, the greatest knight this land of England has ever seen. His training paid off when Houghton Regis was attacked. After the attack on my home by the Swabians sent by the King's uncle the Duke of Gloucester, I withdrew from all contact with the court. Queen Catherine had died, and I was no longer the Queen's knight. The Duke of Gloucester had dismissed me as the protector of the King, and so I had no responsibilities save those as the Lord of 4 Manors. Les Perrets lay in Normandy and was run for me by my wife's uncle, Charles. Iden was close to Rye, and Edgar Whitestreak was my steward. Before Queen Catherine had given me the grand manor of Houghton Regis, I had lived in William Strongstaff's favourite home, Weedon. My former squire, John, and his wife, my sister-in-law Eleanor, lived there. I had a comfortable life, and my 3 English manors were farmed by former archers and men-at-arms. They had served both me and Sir William. In former battles we had won when we were led by the King's father Henry V. But following his death and the rise of the Maid, we had endured defeat after defeat. Although Sir John Talbot, an able commander, still fought the French, it was a losing battle. France was no longer part of the Angevin Empire, and when we finally lost Normandy, then that empire would be ended. I was still a soldier, but my days of going to war were ended. I ensured that the lands I controlled were at peace, and I paid my taxes. I had a son who had been christened Jean, but since we had come to live in England, he was now anglicised as John. He had a younger sister, a baby, Maud. There was another child in our home, but she was our secret. Margaret was the daughter of Queen Catherine and Owen Tudor. While the 3 sons of that liaison were cared for in religious establishments and Owen Tudor languished in Newgate prison, I was obeying the last order from Queen Catherine and raising her daughter as my foster child. Owen Tudor and Father Bertrand had managed to escape from the prison, but once they had been hunted, caught, and returned there by Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester, I promised to care for Margaret as my own. We had fabricated a story that she was the child of Sarah, and that we had adopted her. As Sarah had been her wet nurse and the Queen had been ill during the baby's infanthood, Margaret...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?